Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. Some good news for the Russians, bad news for the Ukrainians. I have an article from Ukrainska Pravda from today, June 7th, 2022, and this is the title. Russia reports it has opened a land corridor with occupied Crimea. As you probably know, Crimea became part of Russia, but they didn't have a land connection, and now they do due to the operation that they started in February 24th, or war invasion, whatever you want, however you want to consider it. And I'm quoting here, Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu says that Russian invaders have opened a land connection between Russia and occupied Crimea through the temporarily occupied southern oblasts of Ukraine. This comes from the RIA Novosti, the article. And this is the quote from Shoigu. A road connection has been opened by way of the mainland from the territory of Russia to Crimea. He also added that the occupiers, the Russians, and I'm quoting, had created the necessary conditions for the resumption of railway traffic between Russia, occupied Donbass, Ukraine, and Crimea in 6 areas. So it says here that as of early June, the occupiers, Russians, had seized most of Luhansk, the Kherson Oblast, and partly Donetsk, Zaporozhye, and Kharkiv Oblasts of Ukraine. So this is one of the main goals Russia had, aside from having Ukraine recognize Crimea as part of Russia, which is this is another goal. You remember the four stated goals by the Russian leadership was recognize Crimea and the Lugansk and Donbass or whatever territories, Donbass area territories, the new republics, people's republics that voted their independence and so on. They will come back to or just go to Russia by referendum. And then there was one thing. The other thing was the Nazification of Ukraine's army and political apparatus. Then demilitarization of Ukraine. That means no nuclear weapons or um, no militarization. Don't get a lot of weapons from the Western countries so you can threaten your neighbors, Russia. And the other one, obviously, was no NATO membership for you. That means, yeah, NATO, we told you that's a red line when it was already uh, Romania and Bulgaria. Now it's past red line. So, well, it seems like little by little, slowly but surely, the Russians are reaching their goals. This mainland contact now with mainland. Land contact between Russia and Crimea, or I shouldn't say that, but between Crimea and mainland Russia. I say that because, some people recognize Crimea as being part of Russia, some people don't. So it doesn't matter what I think in this matter, but nevertheless, historically, I would just, say that Crimea was part of Russia, but I don't want to have problems in a way that a lot of territories switch sides many times, and then how far do you go back to claim the territory? Is like, for instance, the Greeks. The Greeks can claim territories in most of Mediterranean shores, right? Because at one point they were there before others. So then what? They should have Sicily. They should have southern France. They should have what? Southern Spain, Black Sea territories. Leave alone Turkey. You know what I mean? So then that's the same thing with the Crimea. Who had it first? Well, if you want to go with who had it first, I don't know. Go to Chechens or who were over there at that time. Obviously, the Russians came later. Not the Russians, but the Slavic people came later from east, and so you see, there's always someone before the ones that claim it on their own, for their own. So the Russians say, yeah, we gave it to you. You know, it was Khrushchev, it was Stalin, blah, blah, blah. Nevertheless, that's the way it is everywhere on this planet between countries who border one another. They claim, this is mine, this is yours, and rarely, or you have, you know, even United States and Mexico. Remember when it was the war of what, 1812 between Great Britain and United States, whatever, newly formed United States. Benjamin Franklin said that we should go and take over Canada, because why not? So you see, and they took things from Mexico, and you know, they all have problems. But nevertheless, as I said, good news for the Russians, bad news for the Ukrainians. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.